Hey everyone, we're going to continue our 105 notes from where we left off. We started with an illustration of the baseball field and the various players on the field. We then did a flow chart about what happens when the pitcher throws the ball. And we ended with see the next flow chart when the batter hit the ball into play, right? Into fair territory. So let's see what happens there. This is the flow chart. I'm going to go through it. What happens is the hitter hits the ball into fair territory, into play. This is where the fielders want to make a play on the ball. They want to try to handle the ball as best they can in order to get the hitter out or the runners out. The first thing that happens is if the ball is hit into the air, if a fielder catches the ball before it hits the ground or before it hits a wall, then the batter's out. If not, well, then I guess the ball hits the ground. Well, I'm asking a lot in this question right here. Are any runners forced or tagged? Runners are people who are already standing on a base. Now, we've seen before that people can be on a base because maybe they got a hit, as we're going to see later, or maybe they took 4 balls and they drew a walk, or they got hit by a pitch. If they're on base, when the batter hits the ball, they are now forced to go to second. They can stop at second or go to third or go to home, but they are forced to leave first base. If the fielders are able to throw the ball to the second baseman or the shortstop, and that person steps on the base with the ball before the runner gets there, then that runner is out. Or suppose that the fielder has the ball and touches the runner with the ball, or maybe with the ball in the glove, before that player reaches the base, then once again, that runner is out. So that's what I mean when I say, are any runners forced or tagged out? That's what I'm really asking. Are any runners forced off of first, if they're forced out at second base or third base in theory, or the fielder tags them with the ball? If so, then the runner is out. What if the batter is forced off of first or is tagged, right? Suppose the fielders throw the ball to first base, and the first baseman catches it and steps on the base, before the batter gets there. That's called being forced off of first. Well, then the batter is out. Right? Similarly, if the batter is, tagged, right? If the first baseman gets the ball, the pitcher gets the ball, and tags the batter with the ball before the batter reaches a base, then the batter is once again out. Okay? If not, if the batter hits the ball and it's not caught, and the fielders aren't able to get the ball to first base to force him out, or they're not able to tag him out, or they're not able to tag any of the runners out, well, then the batter goes to first base. The batter has what's called a hit. If the batter chooses to stop at first base, then they have a single, right? If not, well, then they can keep going to, maybe second base. But if the fielders tag the batter, then the batter's going to be out. So they need to be a little bit careful here. Does the batter stop at second? If so, then the batter has a double. If not, then the batter can run to third base for a triple. Again, avoiding a tag. It's very difficult with all the fielders on the field. They can throw and catch really, really well. It's really difficult for a batter to get a triple. They need to hit the ball somewhere where it takes the fielder a long time to get the ball, and the batter needs to really race around the bases, right? That's 270 feet minimum that they have to run. Right? But it happens. Triples do happen. And if not, then if the batter is able to go all the way around the bases and step on home plate, then they have what's called a home run. And 1 run is scored. Additionally, every runner who touches home plate, who goes around all the bases and touches home plate, has also scored 1 run. Okay? Usually, you might know this, but usually a home run occurs when the batter hits the ball over the wall, right? Over the outfield wall in fair territory between those two foul poles, right? Then the runners all come around to touch home plate and score, as does the batter. That's the best possible hit in baseball, is the home run. Okay. Now, why is this all important? Well, because the object of the game in baseball is to score more runs than your other team. And just to give you a framework as to how many opportunities each team has to do this, let's go right up here really quickly. After a batter hits the ball or, strikes out or whatever, after a batter finishes their plate appearance, the player in the on-deck, I guess I could write it in here, in the on-deck circle comes up to bat next. Remember, that's this little, those two little circle areas here. Right? That player comes up to bat next. We keep doing this until the defensive team has recorded 3 outs, right? We've mentioned outs before in class. Then the teams switch places. Then the other side gets to do the same thing, right? They bring batters up to the plate, and they either get hits or walks, or they make outs. But after each team has gone through 3 outs, the teams have completed 1 inning. A baseball game lasts 9 innings. Maybe I should say at least 9 innings, because if the score is tied after 9 innings, then we go into extra innings. Okay. So this is a quick little summary of what happens on a typical baseball play. Now tomorrow what we're going to see, we're going to watch a game in which we're going to see a lot of these different things happen. So it's good to know what could happen. It's good to understand the situation. But I'll be narrating that the whole time so that we can see, oh, that person just got a hit. Oh, that person got an out.